Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with
is in something of denial about how close they actually are to contention, that the team might view this roster's championship aspirations differently than the players on it. So it wouldn't shock me at all if it's like, yeah, I kind of always know that.
And David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's off from three-point range. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for Milwaukee. And to the surprise of many, the Oklahoma City Thunder, Brent, made the 2023 play-in tournament.
Yeah, obviously they didn't have their top draft choice playing because of injury, and a lot of teams out there and the general public felt this team's really going to struggle this year, but they made the play-in tournament and showed a lot of improvement, so the future bright in OKC.
Anymore, Chip. If the team he needs to go to has to be really close, like Milwaukee or OKC, somebody like that where he's just that final piece. He's not leading you anywhere. I'm sorry, he's not to a championship. He didn't lead teams to championships in his prime. So he's going to do it at 36. He'll be 36 when the season starts. It's not happening. Now, as far as I don't think they'll trade him. All right, I don't think you pay Mike Budenholzer. Sure, he can build a program. He's done that. But I think you bring in Mike Budenholzer for $10 million a year because you feel like we got a roster that's right there. And you do have three, but you do have, I mean, part of the problem, and look, I don't think they're winning the championship. But I'm saying part of the problem is health, and that's always a problem with Bradley Beal. But they've got three healthy stars. If they have three healthy stars, Yusuf Nurkic, Grayson Allen, I mean, it's okay. But I think you got to give it a shot and then see how things go before you make changes.
This year, giving it a shot?
Yeah, well, they can say everybody was hurt, or at least Beal.
They weren't in the playoffs,
but they hadn't developed chemistry. I'm with you in that. I don't think they're going anywhere. I just don't think they're going to make the trade. Here's the other thing before you go. I don't want to hear from Kevin Durant that you want out.
Oh, see, that's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah. Who are you to be wanting out? It's like it's the same thing as right. There's room. It's like Joel Embiid. I don't want to hear from you that you want out. You're part of the reason we can't go far. Joel Embiid has no business saying to the Sixers, I'm going out because he can't stay healthy, which is part of their problem. And Kevin Durant, if the Suns can't go further, part of it is you. Okay, part of it is because you didn't play as well as you should in the playoffs, and you let a young boy talk trash to you and then kick you out of the playoffs in 4 games. I mean, at some point, guys got to look in the mirror. If I'm supposed to be that good, then let's But I got Bradley Beal. Let's get it. And also, I just don't want to hear from a superstar that's not delivering that I want out. For the record.
Poor Joel Embiid's at home.
I'm just trying to get Paul George here.
And Kevin Durant hasn't said anything. So I was going to ask you, it feels like once again, you're in trade rumors, and it's a little bit of like, you know what?
So I'm not against it entirely.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Lopez. No good from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Down low. Here's Holmgren.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
Here's Middleton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Bucks shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Rolling Stone.
He is restless, and he seems unable to find basketball peace. And he has had a lot of different environments, and he's found it nowhere. And it's not just about the winning, because he was at the apex of the winning. And it's not like, oh, but I wasn't a big part of it. No, you're the Finals MVP, and that, by the way, I supported him in leaving them, because I did think he had more to go prove. Brooklyn didn't happen for him the way he wanted to. Phoenix is not happening. So here's the point I'm making, Brew. If he were to ask out, it doesn't change his rep at all. The only thing that can change his rep is if we see him on another significant postseason run. Because Kevin Durant, like, honest to God, does he have a single really memorable moment as a Sun? No. It's like, wait, didn't he and Booker both score like 40 in a playoff series against the Nuggets? I think, like, they set some record. Nothing. Durant is post-Warriors Durant. The last 5 years, it's somewhat similar to what I say about Josh Allen, which is his best win was a loss. Post-Warriors Kevin Durant, what's the game?
The toe game.
The foot on the line game.
The foot on the line game. That's the only game we remember.
Great. Could have won. Maybe they win the title if they do it that year, all those things, but they lost in round 2, like that Bills team, by the way. And so the point, like, where do you, I mean, again, Milwaukee, sure, that'd be awesome, but where do you want to see him go? Like you said, he can't find happiness. So I don't think that Houston's the answer. Yeah, and I don't think Milwaukee's realistic. I think right now, I think Phoenix is super far away, and I think in part because I don't think even healthy Bradley Beal is a top 30 guy. I don't think I think Bradley Beal at this point in his career is not that player anymore. And I like Bradley Beal, and he had a very nice, he's had a nice career, but I don't think he's that player anymore. So it has been 7 years since we've seen Kevin Durant play a playoff game outside of round 2. 7 years.
With Coinbase, you can trade cryptocurrency securely in 6 easy steps. Create and verify your Coinbase account. Add your payment method, like a bank account, debit card, or wire. Select buy from a list of trade options. Find the crypto you want to buy.
On everybody else around you? I am not. What I am saying, though, is I don't think he any longer, at 36 years old, is capable of dragging a team to contention. So I would like to see him in a better basketball situation because he's still an awesome player and he's still a legend of the game that we are going to go his entire 30s and not see a relevant playoff game.
Can I ask you a question, bro? Yeah. Okay, so suppose Kevin Durant saw this segment and he texted Joel Embiid. Like, hey, Brew, question for you. You said yourself, we can't win. Right. I really want to win, and I happen to agree with you. What do you think I should do? Outside of play better.
Yeah,
I mean,
look,
his legacy isn't changing, right? It would be a great, sexy story.
For leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the OKC Thunder is still building, but is it fast enough for their all-star guard, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander?
Kyrie was hurt.
I think we're going to be a really good team a lot sooner than people think. So it's pretty easy for me to be patient. I see the growth every day, and I'm super excited about it. Kevin?
And we see it too. Hey, David, thank you. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And it's Beverly missing. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
He'd love to make them pay for giving up that wide-open jumper, just unable to do so.
In regard to the Thunder, they had to go through, Greg, a rebuilding process not too long ago.
Yeah, it was a tough couple years, but they had a plan in place and did it the right way. They made some smart signings and created a very balanced roster.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Milwaukee with the rebound. some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Takes it off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9.
Good poise there from the young Gilgeous-Alexander, not allowing himself to get rattled.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. Wasted no
for
time
right situation or wrong situation. He's also it's the LeBron step. KD's not in the era. I mean, he's a star, he's a superstar, Hall of Famer, all that. But it is the LeBron Steph era, and part of it is because we
converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Because Nick, you got him firmly in the top 20 players of all time.
Yeah,
probably not.
I don't think he's firmly in the top 20 players of all time. And it is, and the reason I say that is because he hasn't proven he can lead a team to a championship. The Golden State teams were ready-made right there, and he was great, but he didn't lead them. And I look at Kevin Durant, he's a great shooter. He is said he's a poster boy for a right situation or wrong situation. He's also a poster boy for home work.
Such a pretty move inside. Clark, how do you stop that?
One thing he is a great scorer.
Fuck, yo, I can't hear that.
He's not a he's a
I need to start playing Play Now more often. They think shit.
Solid pass.
Thinking I'm about to come in here hitting green beans and shit. I'm out here bricking. This shit feel good as hell coming off my hand though. That don't make no sense. I think the latency's different on Play Now, my team.
It's all to hear about.
This would have been a bucket somewhere else. Watch this. No, that's not a bucket. That's not a bucket. Let me get a good one.
I feel like this is a more fair take for you.
This would have been a.
He's now 36.
That would have been a bucket. See,
he's now, and again, like that is the age Michael Jordan was when he played his final game with the Bulls.
LeBron's trash.
That's not fair for everybody else.
But Kevin Durant are the same. It's just like LeBron. His numbers are the same as they've always been.
And so I guess and this last thing I'll say, I think a lot of what you're saying is.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Beasley. Now Lopez. And that one's drained from the low block. Lopez has got his first points of the game.
Conference finals, and I know
I smell a comeback. I smell a comeback.
Choice in thinking he and Booker were going to be great in Phoenix. I think he made bad GM decisions for the player Kevin Durant. But I still think he's good enough to kick ass in a conference finals.
Yeah.
But I want to see him. We haven't again since the 2018 finals. He has played 11 minutes post round 2, and that was the game he blew his Achilles. I mean, that part of the story is hot.
Sorry, we're back. That was a lot of takes you had saved up. Good Lakers.
I mean, credit where it's due. I've been a very vocal critic of Rob Pelinka and the Lakers front office. But this is, I think, an exception. This is a kid that scored 35 or more 6 times in just the last year. He was a smaller college, then was at Tennessee.
That shit feels so good coming off my hand.
You guys know I value him. But his 1 year of big-time college basketball, he was exceptional. I was certain San Antonio would take him at 8 if he were there. And then when he started dropping, I was like, oh, Daryl's going to get him at 16 because he will spread the floor and, be a plug-and-play. Again, rookies don't typically have a huge impact in the league, but if they have one elite skill set, you can sometimes drop them in and they do something like what the Mavs were able to do with, the center, Derek Lively. It was, and they can make...
It's clear shot making has never been more valuable, but the ability to disrupt rhythm still plays a big role.
Knocks down the 3 ball. Giannis has got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, if Giannis is going to hit threes, you have no chance to stop it.
to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pulls up on the wing. Again, the Thunder score.
I win that. Really? I love it.
Yeah.
And I know he is 23.
Never in a hurry.
The Bucks really having a tough go here. Middleton for three. And another three for Milwaukee.
And Lillard right now at that point guard position has total control of the offense.
And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play.
And now a veteran in the NBA. You get the feeling every season is important to Dame Lillard.
Yeah, but I get the feeling, Greg, that it's just not enough. These individual accolades and these high-scoring seasons. Dame Lillard wants to play in competitive basketball late into June. So it's going to be about championships for him moving forward.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
I don't want the night specifically, assuming LeBron's back. I want a guy at 17 that is older. I don't want the 19-year-old with long-term upside who's not going to get on the court for a long time. If I'm drafting for this, I would like a guy that, you know what, maybe even as a rookie, he can give us 16 minutes a night to spread the court and hit threes. Like that, to me, it makes more sense for this Lakers team than for a team that's, rebuild or, has a long journey ahead of them. You take the more upside younger kid.
Okay, we'll check in on the Lakers' second round pick. Which
That one is good.
I need to add a Victor Wembanyama rookie card to my collection. I have a LaMelo rookie card. I have a CJ Stroud rookie card. I even have a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander rookie card. I'm missing one essential piece. Wemby has been on fire recently. He just dropped 40 points. If he keeps playing the way he is, his prices are going to you really need to get it. So let's go check out Whatnot and see if we can find a Wemby rookie card live right now. All right, so I'm going to find this Victor Wembanyama rookie card. We're going to click into Card Collector 2. We're going to go into his show and see what he has.
Might be Bronny James. LeBron worked out with both of his sons this week and wrote on Instagram, "Pops over here getting emotional. I'm just thinking about your journeys so far." Really sweet. It is. Here's a recent history of the 55th pick, which the Lakers have. It's a lot of guys that either are development guys or don't have a ton of on their resume. Some decent overseas experience there when Josh and I were grinding some overseas.
People remember Kyle Guy from Virginia, but it's not
even a lot of big
a lot of big powers. Yeah, so I had Josh make that just. I feel like the nepotism angle has run wild. It's just like, guys, the 55th pick usually doesn't work out. So it's just a fly on superstar stuff. So what are the chances that they select Bronny?
I think it's darn near 100%. I think Bronny will be, assuming he's there, I don't think any other team's going to take him. They will take him at 55. I think LeBron will re-sign with them for 3 years, $160 million, and they will play together. It'll be a great story. And look, the nepotism angle, it's obviously there. I don't think they draft a player be equivalent of Bronny at 55 if he's not LeBron's son. But nepotism is rampant in the NBA. Michael Malone, David Adelman, anyone? Their father's coach. That's just to name a few. All right, it's throughout the league. And so what LeBron is doing is giving him a chance. And I do think Bronny, I think his work ethic, his character is great. I think he has enough athleticism. He's actually fairly athletic. He shoots it well enough. And I think that this will be a good move. They develop him. I think the only thing that would mess it up, Nick, and I don't think this will happen, but it's LeBron push JJ or them to play him when he's not ready. And I don't think
that'll happen. I'll give my answer in a moment. But first, I just want to ask you a direct question because you said assuming he's there. What there is now more bubbling, call it, takes. Why wouldn't a team, because what's the history of the 54th or the 53rd or 52nd pick? Not much better. Use that pick on Bronny and then tell the Lakers, we want 2 second-round picks for him. Like, to draft him purely because we know you want him, Los Angeles, so we're going to draft him and then make you pay 150 cents on the dollar because you want him and he's that's more valuable to us than the 50 whatever pick of the draft. Do you think that is a likely outcome? That team drafts him as a trade asset.
It makes some sense. Here's why I say it won't happen. And look, Rich isn't the only one. He's arguably, Rich Paul, the most powerful agent in the game. But there's a handful of guys like him that are powerful. And Rich has a lot of players. And if you draft Bronny for that reason, you're clearly not trying to develop him. So now he's not in a good situation, and you've upset one of the most powerful agents in the game who has a lot of players. So I don't think they'll do that.
Yeah, I think it'd be great if a team drafted him because they're like, we actually think he's more valuable than the guy
I think they would be on board with that.
100%. All right, so here's the thing. Here's what I will say about the nepotism angle. Shout out to Tom Haberstroh, 2 fire articles in the last couple of weeks, debunking the 1988 Defensive Player of the Year award. And you should have been.
Both teams finding
Battery
ways
low.
to the 3-point line.
The counter article, and I really like Haberstroh,
Okay.
but we need enough to fight at that.
Well, that's fine. Sorry, buddy. That's what happens when you miss work. But the other article that he wrote today, but that is relevant today, is he looked at what colleges overperform draft slot. And so the number 1 college that overperforms draft slot since 1989 is Kentucky, 26%. Number 2 is Texas at 25%. Number 3 is UCLA at 24%. Sadly, Syracuse, the worst. They underperform by 48%. That's a bummer, but whatever. So again, the best was Kentucky at 26%. Kids of NBA players,
I like this,
overperform draft slot by 30%.
Yeah.
So the nepotism angle is people hear LeBron, they're like, oh, that's the whole thing of it. There is some real data.
Excellent shot.
There is an undervalued resource in. Yeah, his dad played in the league.
Yeah.
And by the way, that makes sense not only from a genetic standpoint, but also coming up around the game, being comfortable, all those things. And there was a kid that went the lottery who averaged 2.5 points a game in the Australian League. This went in the 20s, I should say. So I understand Bronny's college stats are not good at all. Go check the college stats of everyone that was first-round pick, and you'll see some that look like Bronny. So I just don't think it's an outrage that this guy's going to be a second-round pick. And I think that even if LeBron were retired, there would be a team to be like, you know what I think's worth a flyer? LeBron James' son. And so I think. So, by the way, read all of Haberstroh's articles. Particularly the one on the defensive player.
Tim Bunk's a little strong. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.
Whether he would have re-upped and signed that extension with the Bucks to continue his career here, what would have happened in free agency. This is a good sign for the offense, handing the ball off to Middleton, who right now has got it going.
Oh my God, I'm petting that shit. You gotta be kidding me.
It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Thunder?
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot?
And throughout the game, the mid-range area has been their bread and butter, continuing to pull up from there with a tremendous amount of confidence.
Lillard attacking. Pass to Lopez. Shot clock at 6. Rebound by Williams.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Hits the three-point bomb. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 32 points. Middleton is doubled. And here is Antetokounmpo. Beasley with a clean look. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Fires the 3. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Lillard with no one around. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Lillard's got 6 here in this quarter.
And Lillard wasting no time getting 3 back.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Excellent off-ball awareness as Brook was able to get over there and swat it away.
So it's the Bucks now. Pass to Giannis.
Love that. I love that. In all seriousness, fellas, I said this.
Brent, don't you love what a team player Giannis is? A star with very little ego.
One of the things, Greg, he does so well is deflect everything or reflect everything back to him. It's about him. He'll compliment his teammates, and then he'll take on the responsibility when the team isn't playing at its best.
That works. We have your son. You want to bet? We have your son. I love that. I love that. In all seriousness, fellas, I said this early. I got no problem with the Lakers taking him if he's going to be in the G League developing. If he's going to be inside that Lakers locker room with his dad and with the attention, the presence of both are going to command in Tinseltown. I think that's a lot to ask for everybody else around them, especially with a rookie head coach. That's my concern. Nothing else.
No, but it's not a concern, SA, because you got to realize a lot of these guys, they already been around Bronny anyway. Right? A lot of these guys that's on the roster. We know Anthony Davis and Bronny, they got a great relationship. He's probably calling
okay. Well, I get your point with that, but let me ask you this. Let me ask you both. Hey, fellas.
You know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands
on tell y'all, you remind the world about who their coach is, JJ Redick. Now, I say this with affection. I got love for JJ. I'm wishing him nothing but the best.
Five on the clock. Lopez outside. This one for 3. Rebound by Williams. For 3, Holmgren. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Holmgren's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Thunder.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, with all these assists, it's obvious how well that he can see the entirety of the floor out there. If an easy bucket is to be had, he'll find it.
To the inside, and then Lillard slams it in.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And probably coming out of the game anyway. I think we're officially into garbage time.
Right now, he's gonna look.
Really
know he dropped. No, that was just dropping the F bomb. That's all he did. I said, cut somebody out. There's a difference.
Hey, I want to. Hey, I do want to say one thing real quick because I was having fun before about the kidnapping.
I got my ass kicked. It's all
here's
good.
one thing I will say: the player, the 55th pick, that's actually going to help you right now when you have to have help are slim to none this year. So if it makes LeBron James be in a better space mentally, take Bronny James and he's there.
Okay,
that's my
okay. All right, I'm just saying, Christine. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna get about a month. And that brother JJ, when he get asked these questions every day about Bronny James, he gonna lose it. Right now, he's gonna lose it. I'm just telling y'all.
It'll be fun to watch. It'll definitely be fun to watch. We're gonna leave that conversation there.
Yeah, they're just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved.
Anyone with $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans may qualify for help from National Debt Relief. Minimum payments could literally keep you in debt for decades. $10,000 in debt can take anywhere from 14 to 26 years to pay off if you're only paying the minimums. And that's just $10,000. I know many of us have a lot more.
Battery low. Power off.